Hey everyone, welcome to BrickVault. Today we're taking a close look at the custom LEGO design by the builder Kevin J. Walter of a sci-fi ship that is both very well known in certain circles and at the same time almost completely obscure in others. This is the Hatak from the universe of Stargate. It was not just the principal combat vessel of the Goa'uld Empire, but it served perhaps just as importantly as a symbol of superiority and power with its embellished and grandiose exterior, which essentially remained unchanged for thousands of years as its immortal overlords subjugated the galaxy. It's a pretty dark ship. The designer Kevin employed a one-of-a-kind building approach for this model that allows for the weight distribution of the frame to pull against itself at the ends and press in on the ornate tetrahedron shape in the center. That produces an unprecedentedly strong creation that's full of elaborate brick details as well. Now, before I get into the particulars of this custom creation, first I'd like to say that if you wanted to build this model for yourself, the instructions can be found at www.brickvault.toys. With each purchase comes the PDF step-by-step guide and a parts list for fast ordering online. Our models are physically tested, the instructions are tested, and the parts are curated to avoid rare pieces. Getting instructions is a great way to help support the channel and the talented designers we work with, like Kevin, who's also built the amazing USS Enterprise, as well as the Rocinante and Razorback. So click the link in the description below if you want to start building. And all right, let's start off really quick by breaking down the shape of this starship first. If I've ever thrown the word unique around for a ship, then I didn't mean it as much as when I say now that the Hatak is extremely unique. Symmetrical to three sides, there is a golden pyramid in the center that houses not just its operations hub, but it's also the power source and holds the high command or the important personnel. Now, an interesting note here is when a population is first subjugated on the surface of a planet, they are conscripted to build a massive tetrahedron stone pyramid, which acts as a landing support for the concaved underside of this golden pyramid. When I said the details for this model were elaborate, check out the interior details here. Even though it's an area of the model not so easily seen, the designer went to great lengths to convey intricate and accurate details, even on the very underside. The black framework of the ship seems to only just touch the bottom of the golden pyramid, and it mostly functions to house its offensive capabilities. This part of the ship has 60 high-yield staff cannons that can be used for space combat or planetary bombardment. It's got fighter bays and holds thousands of warriors for planetary invasions. Like the pyramid, this part of the model doesn't have any right angles, and therefore there's not many real opportunities for straightforward, simple connections. But unlike the pyramid, this area of the ship varies greatly with complex geometric angles, and parts of the frame are very thin while other areas are super thick and solid. So this shape is already a daunting design challenge. But not only did Kevin create some incredibly solid shapes out of bricks, but he integrated details onto the surface of the ship in this area to form angles with tiles, and I particularly like the subtle dome details nestled into the frame as well. Now, I don't normally go into much detail when it comes to particular building steps on a model, but this seemingly impossible shape needed to be constructed in a very specific way in order to manage the weight distribution for all the subsections as they became fully connected to the main center pyramid. This graphic shows a building suggestion from the instructions, so the areas of the black frame are held in place as you make those final attachments. I didn't follow this graphic exactly. I used these pieces here and slid them closer and further to the model as I needed, but it made all the difference when constructing. And in just a few minutes of starting this area of the build, all these series of large chunks of bricks connect with a surprising amount of strength. The pyramid in the center is designed to take lots of pressure at the base, which is pressed into with all those black pieces of frame, and each of these larger sections is connected with hinges on both the top, bottom, plus a clip in the center for extra safety. There are no creaks or cracks as I move the model around, and no realigning for areas of the build because nothing gets loose as you move it. I haven't flipped the model totally upside down since I built it, in all fairness, but handling has been a breeze despite the fact that this model looks like it could be extremely delicate. Last little detail here that I want to add is that there is a stand. It doesn't stud in, but the bars wedge themselves snugly in the corners, making the hottok very difficult to knock off and also easy to lift and remove if you wanted to. Due to the ship's truly unconventional shape, the creator Kevin was presented with some unique design challenges, but after putting this creation together, I can see that he took this strange shape on as a building opportunity to work out some distinct brick building solutions that turned out to be as unique as the source model itself. So thanks for that, Kevin. This was really a different one for me putting it together. And thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, if you did want to build this for yourself, you can get the instructions at www.brickvault.toys. Let me know what other kinds of builds you'd like to see in the studio next. If you enjoy our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever it is that you want to do. And we'll see you next time at BrickVault.